lot of nuts!
Hey, welcome back, hyenas. Wow, another SumitoMedia video already? You goddamn right there is. I don't research, I don't script, I don't plan out what I'm gonna do. I turn on my camera and I look at memes, and if they don't make me laugh, I kill myself. I love this shit so much. I love this. It's hard to find examples of this because you can't just Google Anton Ego from Ratatouille and expect to get the right memes. You gotta just find them in the wild. The format's not concrete enough. Like the words "I do not" is not specific enough to just pull up this meme, right? Thankfully, it's got an article on knowyourmeme.com. This is the critic from Ratatouille, and it takes, like, it's not exactly these words, but it takes from this scene from Ratatouille, right?
And you're thin for someone who likes food.
I don't like food, I love it. If I don't love it, I don't swallow.
I had an ex in high school that was kind of like that. So the first example of this Anton Ego meme that I saw, which feels like quite a while ago. I mean, this thing is dated January of last year, but I feel like I only saw it like a month or two ago, and I was like, damn, that's a pretty good image. And it's this guy on Twitter who was like, I do not edge, I do not goon, I do not coom, I do not fap, I do not jerk, I do not crank my hog, I masturbate. And if I don't love it, I don't come. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. You know, one of my favorite things when it comes to memes on the internet is a unbelievably specific level of elitism. When you take something way too fucking seriously, like, you know that meme of like joining a Reddit community? I think it was a Gus Johnson video where it was like joining the Reddit community for drinking water. It might have been ProZD or something. One of the canceled Reddit comedians. You know what I'm talking about. And it was like joining the Reddit community for drinking water. And it starts out as, man, I love water. And then all the comments are like, you don't even know what water is. You're not testing the pH, blah, blah, blah. The more elitist something is, the funnier it gets. And all of these Anton Ego memes, in one way or another, are a little bit like diminishing the casual enjoyment of something for the elite, hyper-specific, detail-oriented enjoyment of something that's just ludicrous but funny in its own like self-condescending way. It's great, and it fits so perfectly into the narrative of Anton Ego as this hyper critic. Like, there's so many things working together to make this cohesive. It's kind of beautiful. I do not listen to sped up versions. I do not listen to chipmunk covers. I listen to Nightcore. And if there isn't an anime girl in the thumbnail, I do not listen. This is so great. This is so great. And this leads into the second aspect of what I love about the Anton Ego meme. First of all, Anton, classic French-German name, I believe. Ego, excellent last name for a dude who takes his job way too seriously. But the second aspect of these Anton Ego memes that I love is this rejection of Zoomer slang. It's like this new era of skibbity toilet and phantom tax and all these Diddy blood terminologies that everybody thinks are kind of stupid, not just because they're stupid, but because they're also lacking a wholly original premise. All of these are just words that have already existed in internet culture, and it feels silly that they're being so normalized by TikTok of all things. Like, these guys are existing in the comment section of popular TikToks. They don't even have their own social media presence because Twitter, Reddit, more mainstream established social media places find it cringe for anybody to unironically be using Zoomer slang. And so this rejection of Zoomer culture is being personified by Anton Ego, who himself is this old world chef not approving of Linguini's chefy prowess, much because he's probably too old school to appreciate his modern interpretation of Ratatouille, right? So people are going, oh, sped up version of this song, chipmunk version of this song. And it's like, you Zoomers need to shut the fuck up. This is Nightcore. It's always been Nightcore. Stop calling it the TikTok version of a Doja Cat song, the sped up version. It's fucking Nightcore, god damn it. I don't phantom tax. I don't cringe flex. I don't skibbity toilet. I riz with passion. And if she's an alpha, then I don't care. I don't actually have any sort of insightful commentary about this one. It's just, I feel like embracing a little bit of the Zoomer slang to then make fun of the more ridiculous Zoomer slang. You see how this one doesn't hit as hard? This one's a little bit lacking. This meme is an Unk era meme. This meme only feels like the format works when you're being a little bit dismissive of new age something. You have to be a little bit tired, a little bit too old to care, and share your opinion from that viewpoint, and then it feels like an Anton Ego meme. I don't run calcs. I don't look at speed tiers. I make EV spreads based on vibes, and if my restricted gets OKO'd by a roll, I don't care. Unk era. You see what I mean? If you take something too seriously, if you try to min-max every ounce of enjoyment out of what you're doing, that's a young man's game. But once you enter the era of like, listen, I'm just playing the game the way I want to, and I'm not putting any more brain power into it than necessary, that's when you enter your Unk era. I'm almost 31. I feel this in my soul. And if it isn't the optimal way to play, then I don't care. Here's a couple from Twitter that I feel like go hard as hell. So I don't use ChatGPT. I don't use Gemini. I don't use Grok. I use Google. And if Google doesn't give me the answers, I kill myself. All the ones on Twitter are a little bit spicier as a result. I do not meal prep. I do not budget groceries. I buy food when I'm hungry. And if I'm broke, I kill myself. I feel it in my soul. I do not check bus times. I do not expect delays. I do not follow timetables. I do not look for road work. I walk to my stop, and if there's no bus, I kill myself. I would argue you could benefit from waiting for a bus. I feel like 98 out of 100 times, the bus is not going to be there the second you get to the bus stop. Give it 10 minutes. There will be a bus. Here's a Balatro version that I posted on Twitter that somehow got almost 200,000 likes, even though I stole it from Reddit. I don't use seeds. I don't optimize my run. I don't use Reddit to tell me the best playstyle. I gamble. And if I can't win it big that way, then I don't win. Is there any other way to play Balatro? I don't know what 90% of the jokers do. I just click the buttons and hope the number goes big. I do not hate watch. I do not trust reviews. I consume media. And if I don't like it, I kill myself. This is, again, this dismission of public opinion and like readily normalized ways to do things. It's like, what happened to just watching something and then coming to your own conclusion? Why do you need people to tell you that something is good? You can't just watch something and decide for yourself if that felt like a good use of your time. I encourage all of you to enter your Unk era. This meme's great. I do not keyframe, I do not storyboard, and I don't use timing charts. I animate each frame one by one, and if it looks bad, I kill myself. There are dozens and dozens of examples of content creators making these memes that are along the lines of, I do not script, I do not plan, I do not test my audio, I go live, and if the stream sounds like shit, then I kill myself. If my art looks like shit, then I kill myself. And on one hand, extreme reaction to something that you might benefit from doing a little bit of planning from. But on the other hand, action always outperforms planning. On one hand, you could sit there and plan out every keyframe, script out the video you're gonna do. I could have predetermined some of these images so that it wouldn't be a bunch of duds back to back, but that's the thing. I'm either gonna react to these memes and make a video that I think is about something that I find funny, and if it doesn't get 100 billion views, then I'll kill myself. Life is vibes. And if you're like hard, steadfast, brain dead, ruthless forward momentum drives you forward, you're gonna make progress. At the end of the day, these are motivational. Don't kill yourself, right? A. But B, also action. Do the thing. Don't worry about the details. If you guys got funny examples, let me know down in the comments. If you want me to cover a different meme, let me know down in the comments. If you want to write something and then press the enter button, there's a great place for that down in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you guys on the next time. Peace.